welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB the Show. It's the Chicago Cubs going up against the Chicago White Sox. Just about set to go. On the hill for the White Sox, Carlos Rodon. What do we have on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Ian Happ up to hit. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Here's Kyle Tucker. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. Got him swinging.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, blowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
And here's the DH for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. There goes the runner. Pitch misses. Tag, save. Grandal's throw not in time.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game, and that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
3-2. Payoff pitch. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Long run, tracks it down. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Michael Bush stands in with 2 away. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, and that is that. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Now it's the White Sox turn. It's a scoreless ball game. Back here with my pal Singy, and on the mound in this one, Jameson Taillon. What should we keep an eye on here?
And if this guy isn't already tall enough, he's standing on top of a mound, throwing down at hitters. His stuff can sneak up on you because of the extension he gets and having a deep release point. If batters can attack pitches up in the zone, this lineup will have a chance to do some damage.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the shortstop, Tim Anderson. Sets him down on strikes. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3.
No, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well, and you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Here's Nick Madrigal. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first, and that's a great play for the out.
Well, this is obviously a tremendous play, but for me, it starts with a well broken in glove. To have the confidence to go down, knowing that ball is going to be right in the pocket, so you've got a clean transfer, pop back up to the feet, and fire across the diamond. Outstanding job.
2 outs, base is empty. So here's Robert now. And that one misses outside. It's ball 4. Yasmani Grandal in the box now. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Kelly pulls it down, and that'll do it. The White Sox lead 1. Scoreless after 1. And we're back. Swanson digs in. And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout. Here's Nico Horner. And that's too high. Ball 4. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out of the slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Now the Cubs catcher, Carson Kelly. Horner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Not in time. He's safe.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on them and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And that'll do it. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. Jose Abreu up to hit. Base hit center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Man at first with one gone. A.J. Pollock will hit next. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Andrew Benintendi steps up. Swing and a bouncer. In time to Bush, and Benintendi is out. That's the third out. So one left for the White Sox. We'll move to the third with no score. All set for the start of the inning. Leading off, Matt Shaw. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
You know, the danger with the slider is leaving it out over the heart of the plate and getting contact on it. If you're going to miss, you want to miss towards the corners, not in the middle. Right there, he does a great job with hard break at the end. He ran it inside. Very difficult to do anything when you're tied up like that as a hitter.
Happ in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him. On the ground to third, Moncada. And that quickly 2 away. So 2 down now, and here is Kyle Tucker. He's 0 for 1. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Cubs are down quietly, and we're still knotted at 0. As we go to the last of the third, here is Yoan Moncada. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Tim Anderson. On the ground. Got him on the off-balance throw. 1 gone, bottom of the third inning. Madrigal in the box for the second time. Fair ball. Coming home. He scores, and they have the lead. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. Here's Luis Robert, also known as La Pantera. Ground ball right side. Inning over. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, no one left. On to inning number 4. It's the White Sox 1 and the Cubs nothing. Start of the 4th, and now the DH, Seiya Suzuki. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already. So he's got a good pace going, no doubt. And here comes Dansby Swanson. Struck out swinging his first time. Up the middle, Madrigal. Whips it to first, and Swanson is set down. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 3 up, 3 down that time. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. Bottom 4. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Got him looking. That K is his 3rd of the game. 2 down, base is empty. Jose Abreu steps to the plate for the White Sox. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the White Sox, but they're on top 1-0. Pete Crow Armstrong getting ready to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Trying to bunt his way on. Madrigal. Not in time. That's a bunt single.
Maybe a little small ball is exactly what the doctor ordered to rev up this offense, and they've been pretty quiet all game, so maybe this wakes them up a bit and helps them get on the board.
And next for the Cubs, Carson Kelly. He's 0 for 1. Runner on the go. There's a ball. Throw, save! And the tying run is now in scoring position. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
And a swing and a miss. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. That's out to center field. Crow Armstrong should have it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. All set for the top of the 6th. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Ian Happ. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Seiya Suzuki, the next to hit. Cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the White Sox 1 and the Cubs nothing. Bottom of the 6th. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Tim Anderson. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Kelly gathers, throws to first, and there's 2 gone following the strikeout. Next to hit, Luis Robert Jr. Swings and misses. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. Down in order go the White Sox, but they hold a 1-0 lead. They go with one of their more experienced arms in this spot, Kendall Graveman. And that's a strikeout looking. That was pretty nasty. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out. Dansby Swanson stands in. Looking to get the tying run on base. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
So up next, Nico Horner. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back there. Going, gone. That one felt good, and we are starting over. It's 1-1.
This game is breathing new life thanks to that home run, and that's exactly what they needed. His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Towards first, Abreu. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. All even now at 1-1. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Brazier. And next to hit for the Sox, Eloy Jimenez. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. That's worth the price of admission. It's 2-1.
He just sent a jolt of electricity into this stadium with that swing. power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working, powers that fastball out of here.
Jose Abreu steps to the plate for the White Sox. 1 for 2. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. They do it again. Back-to-back homers, and they add to their lead. It's 3-1.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Ryan Brazier won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. New pitcher on now, Brad Keller. A.J. Pollock will hit next. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Kelly to first. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
2 outs, base is empty. Now, Andrew Benintendi. Hard hit, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Craig Kimbrell. Here's the catcher to hit, Carson Kelly. Kimbrell ready. Here it comes. Swings and misses, and 1 away.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
2 down, base is empty. And next for the Cubs, Ian Happ. He gets there with the slide. Throw to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Bottom of the 8th, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Yoan Moncada. Struck him out looking.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
2 outs, base is empty. Nick Madrigal steps to the plate for the White Sox. Cut on and lifted in the air. Tucker sizes this one up and puts the squeeze on that one. And that will end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. 9th inning coming up. It's the White Sox 3 and the Cubs 1. Liam Hendricks comes on trying to close it out.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
So digging in, Kyle Tucker. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 3-2.
Just relentless. This team will not quit. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And that one finds its way through. And that puts the tying run on base. Can't glove it cleanly. Still manages a throw over to Anderson. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
So they're down to their final out, and the batter will be the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied. It's their second home run of the inning, and we're level. It's 3-3.
Wow, what a clutch swing right there. And now anything can happen in this game.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. And Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Liam Hendricks will depart, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Number 51 into the game. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. We're tied now with 3 apiece. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Drew Pomeranz.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
3-4-5 due up for the home team. Luis Robert Jr. digs in now. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one is back. Out of here. Ball game. He circles the bases, and the White Sox walk it off and win it 4-3.
Hitting a walk-off homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing of the bat, nice win for the team.
4-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.